acting unleashing. Oh man, it is a nice day out and I am enjoying it. But I'm sitting here thinking about some stuff. You guys ever been on a diet before? It's about the worst thing ever, and it gets you thinking about food. Especially if you're grocery shopping, you just want to buy up all kinds of different things and try it out. I'm notorious for that. I do intermittent fasting, so there's periods of time where I go for a while without eating, but I know if I catch myself in the grocery store, recipes and stuff will start coming up in my mind, and I start thinking about how good it could be. And my brain really gets going, but just thinking about it, it's kind of funny. But I'm going to roll this into the conversation, though, while I'm sitting here drinking some coffee. I just love the different smell of things. The coffee grains, how great it smells. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, when you smell it in the morning or when you open it up, it's just absolutely incredible. And I love trying new food and tasting different things. I like to go to places I've never tried before and stuff like that, and it's pretty exciting. But it makes me think about the senses that we have from smell, touch, taste, sight, hearing, and everything. And it's exciting to think that our senses are going to be so enhanced very shortly as time is ticking away. We're closer than ever to the rapture and going to be with the Lord in heaven. It really gets me excited, and I think about it all the time, obviously, and I don't get to talk about it all the time in videos, but it's because I'm usually talking about something else important or updates and things like that. But just talking about heaven and stuff, it's really great. And I think about it all the time. And of course, if I'm talking with family or friends or something like that, it's always a topic of discussion, and how close we are and how exciting it is. It's encouraging, and it encourages one another, of course. So, it's something that I wish that I got to do a little bit more often, but I don't get to. And but that's okay, because you all have a sense of what's coming and how great it's going to be. But I do know that those senses are going to be enhanced, and the excitement of the things that we're going to be able to cook up and eat is it's going to blow our minds. I think the taste of everything is just going to be pure bliss on a level that we can't comprehend. No, what I was shown in that rapture vision was the most amazing thing that I've ever experienced in my entire life, and the flight was obviously incredible. I mean, anybody who's dreamed of flying, there's no comparison. It blows everything out of the water. It was awesome. It was no floating around either. It was like you own flight like Superman, and it was very, very cool. And I've heard some other stories from people before that, if you want to fly, you want to walk, you want to hover, you want to float, it's entirely up to you. And that's very cool to think about, because flying has always been one of the biggest things that I've wanted to do my entire life. So getting to experience that was just pure awesomeness. But one of the other things I got to experience was, like I said, when I looked down on the bridge, it was instant eagle vision. I could look, and it was like I was just right there. And that was something that I've never experienced before. I've always had really, really good vision. But this just blows that right out of the water. It was so awesome. It really was. It was so awesome. And just looking how fast, you can zoom in and stuff like that. It's like having the eyes of an eagle. How far that can go and stuff like that, I don't know. But I was up in the clouds, past the clouds, and I could look down, and it was like I was right there. So I'm willing to bet that I wasn't even pushing the boundaries of what it was capable of, and that's pretty cool. But we're gonna have some other senses and stuff that are enhanced too, including hearing, touch, and taste and smell, and all of it's just going to be so enhanced. It's incredible. And like I say, back to the beginning, when you smell things, you're tasting food, or you've been on a diet and stuff like that, and it feels so enhanced. This is just going to blow that out of the water. Everything will be enjoyable. And of course, like I've talked about before, it's so cool because, we have a timeline of life. And, cloudy, crappy, rainy days will cut into this timeline. So, people that don't enjoy that are looking for sun, it's constantly, it's a drag or something that you don't fully get to enjoy. Sometimes it's nice, but you don't fully enjoy it because you know that it's ticking down on that clock. But for those that are going to be in heaven or immortal, going to heaven, there is no clock. So every single aspect, like I've said before, will be able to be enjoyed, right? Thunderstorm, rain, weather of any sort, so it's not cutting into any time because you're eternal. So all of it is just, it's going to be totally awesome. It'll be totally enjoyable. But, and we haven't heard the sounds. I've heard that there's a soundtrack of music, and God likes music. And that's something we don't know. We haven't really got to get to see or hear, but the peacefulness, I'm sure, that comes from it, along with everything else, is just going to be totally amazing. But I think about cooking and food and how awesome that's going to be all the time, and I'm shopping for food, and I haven't got to eat yet in a while. It makes me think about that so much, and I don't know why, but it just does, and that's why I'm discussing this right now. It's just exciting to think about it and how close it is. We're literally looking at something that could be moments away, and that's exactly how it looks right now, especially the way things are going. I know that it is too. So, that just makes it better. And there's aspects of heaven and stuff that we can't even comprehend or see, or the people that are there haven't even got to see exactly. They're still in a waiting area and haven't got to, as far as I know, look at some of the things like the city and stuff like that at Jerusalem, the new one, and other stuff like that. So, it's just very, very exciting that all of it will be revealed, as well as the people there in heaven. They're still waiting for their new bodies and stuff like that. They're going to be enhanced and be able to be between mortal and spiritual, 2 dimensions, more dimensions than 2, but multi-dimensional. And the aspects of that, it's going to be totally awesome. Like I say, the hardest test ever conceived, but if you pass it, the reward is unimaginable. He literally gives us the keys to everything as inherited family members and as co-inheritors once we pass the test. And it's amazing to think of what that will all entail, but it's going to be absolutely awesome. And all the aspects, not just heaven, but the 1,000-year reign and things that come after that. We don't know, but it's going to be great. And it makes me always think of this verse right here in Isaiah 65:21. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit, they shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. You're not working for the man anymore. I hear this nonsense all the time, I see guys that own businesses, construction businesses, and they're building these mansions and houses, and yet they go back to a relatively small house, and it's crazy. They have the skills, they're bringing the supplies, and yet they can't afford to live in a house that they build on a regular basis for somebody who doesn't know even how to do that, who walks right into it. It doesn't seem fair. Or people that build boats up here in where I'm at, North Idaho, the lake and everything like that. $1 million boats, custom made and stuff like that, and they build them all the time for people, and yet they can't own one themselves. And it's like, how is that possible? You have everything you need to make the boat. You have all the skills that the other people don't even have, and you can't own one yourself. It's so unfair because stuff is loaned out at ridiculous prices. And, it's corporate nonsense, and it's just so stupid. And it's like, if I can build it, I should be able to go and live in it, or enjoy it, or plant it and enjoy it. And we don't get to it. It's constant punishment as we watch somebody who isn't worthy move into it or eat of it or anything like that. And this points out in Isaiah 65 that that's not going to be the case anymore. We're going to be able to enjoy it, and that's going to be so radical. It really is, to be able to build it, whatever it is, and enjoy it. It's going to be fun. and it's going to be cool. No wars and nonsense that have to do with taking places, corruption, power for people that don't deserve it, and other things like that. It's going to be great, along with the animals and stuff like that, and the way that the Lord's going to make it back how it used to be. And the aspects of that we can't comprehend. I mean, we see it in fantasy movies, avatars and stuff like that, that big tree and stuff like that. But I've talked about it before with that tower in Wyoming, Devil's Tower, which is absolutely awesome to see in person. But that is totally a petrified tree. In fact, the very fact that we know that the Earth is only 6,000 years old and the length of time it does take for erosion, which does happen at a fast pace, but not that fast a pace, proves it can't be anything else but a tree stump. And that's pretty amazing to think about, because there were trees that were so flippin' big. I can't imagine what that's like. And of course, what Elliot Marzulli had talked about before when he was shown his vision of the second coming and riding back with the flying horses and stuff like that, and Jesus, the Father, giving that as a gift to enjoy. Of course, without death or anything like that. That's a companion or friend, that you're going to be able to have for eternity. I love animals and stuff like that, and it's just so cool. I never got to have my own dog or anything like that, and I've always wanted one so bad, along with other animals. I just think it's so cool. And kind of like we were talking about before, I mean, with what I do, I can't keep one, and I care about animals the way that I care about other things too as well, So, as much as I move and go around, sometimes I'm not in the best situations to have that kind of stuff. And so, to be fair to the animal, I don't have one, because I'm not going to be somebody that just has one, thinks about himself, and then goes puts it in a hut. Or not a hut, but, a kennel or something like that. It's not how I am. I want it to be free. And I know that in heaven, Thousand Year Reign and stuff like that, I'm going to be able to enjoy all that. And it's so cool. I really look forward to having my own pets and stuff like that. But it's so exciting, and I can't even imagine flying around on a flying horse. It's out of this world. It's totally radical to think about, and yet it's so close. And we're only at the tip of the iceberg. I mean, the stuff that people have seen and stuff like that, it's always just a little bit, like I say, in my vision, totally mind-blowing. The greatest thing that I've ever experienced in my life, and yet I only saw a few moments of flight and eagle vision without even getting to see the hearing aspects, the smell, the taste, and the other things that are part of that. You can't grasp it, because it can blow your mind. Of course, I did experience the joy. I told you when I was going up, I've never felt anything like it. And if I hadn't been changed, I don't think. I think it would have killed me. It's just too much. You can't contain it. Even being able to see it, coming back, it was like an explosion in this body. Just feeling it from what I was showing. And to think that there could be that much joy. We live in a life when it's nonstop sorrow. It really sucks, and that's gonna be gone. It's gonna be totally gone. And I can't wait for the adventure. One of the things that I don't touch on too much, but as I was going up towards the end of it, after I was told you'll never have to worry about a stupid job anymore or financial issues, I remember thinking to myself, looking out at the others, and that I couldn't wait to meet them. One of the things was I didn't want to miss anything. When you go into a new area or something like that, or you're going in the military, there's all this stuff you got to go through and procedures, and it's so annoying. But in this, I thought to myself, going up, we're about to go into heaven, and I didn't want to miss any procedure, any sort of learning how we use abilities or anything like that. If there's anything like that whatsoever, I didn't want to miss one detail. I wanted to see all of it, because it was going to be so cool. And all this nonsense was about to go away forever. And, it felt really earned, too. It felt like winning just 1 billion times over. Just pure winning. Overcoming the world. Totally radical. Loved every second of it, of course, And this is something you're all going to get to experience soon. All those that have placed their faith in the Lord and are looking for Jesus. And it's just so absolutely amazing. I can't believe how close it is. It's mind-blowing, and of course it's not close enough, but we're almost there. We are almost there, and that's totally radical to think about. It gets my head going, and especially when it's sunny out and nice, and I'm spacing off, drinking some coffee, because I got my head in the clouds usually as it is, and oh man, it really is awesome. It really is awesome to think how close it is, and I absolutely love talking about it. Like I say, I don't always get to do it too much, but it sure is fun, that's for sure. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out. For about a month, I've been messing around with Rumble. If you guys know, that's another platform like YouTube. And some people asked me some different things, and I tried a couple different ones. I can't remember what the one was. They had deleted my video. It was in France. It's that one out of France or whatever, those pansies over there. But I put up a couple videos, and within like 15 minutes, they had deleted all of them. And it was too extreme for their... It was too extreme for them, they said. And I put up a couple gentle videos from my YouTube channel, so I was just like, wow. Oh, Daily Motion, that's what it was. But Rumble, I found that, and I put some stuff on there, and yesterday I went up to a place where I have internet, because I don't really have internet right now, and I uploaded a bunch of videos and stuff like that. I'm not going to put all of them from YouTube over there, but I put a bunch of the ones where I teach, where I've taught a lesson, where it's a straight lesson, and not as much as like updates and a few things like that. So I put those over on a Rumble account, and you guys are welcome to go over there. And it's the same name, The Unleashing. Just type it in. Go up to where it says search, and it'll say videos. Click on that, and it'll go to, not videos, but, I can't think of what it's called. The channel. It's called the channel, right? And then you just type in The Unleashing, and it'll pop up there. You can subscribe to it. And I did this kind of as a backup thing, because the way the censorship stuff is, you know, if all of a sudden it was to go down here, you guys could go over there, and I'd be keeping updates. And I'm going to try and keep updated videos over there now, along with the YouTube and stuff like that. I'm going to try to anyways. But in an emergency situation, if it was shut down or anything like that, I have been putting videos over there, so you can watch them over on Rumble as well. So if you haven't or anything like that, just check it out. You can go subscribe over there, kind of like a backup thing if you want. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that, and it is something that I've been kind of messing around with for the past month. I just didn't get around to it, and I just did yesterday. So that's something that I kind of wanted to update you guys on. So anyways, but yeah, exciting times we're living in. Everything's moving in the exact same direction that we've been expecting it to the whole time. And now it really is moving on the course that I've been waiting for the whole time. This is what I've been waiting for the whole time, the real stuff where I knew they were going to kick it off. And like I said, they're not coming back from this now. They're really ushering in the New World Order. And, you know, they better do something fast, because I'm catching more and more people. I can't think of that guy that does the public speaking. He was on the movie Shallow Hal with... well, I can't even think of his name right now. But the counselor guy, and I saw a video he just put out as public or whatever, and he was mentioning how the flu and every other disease has just completely dropped off. And it's at the same level on the graph that COVID is going, and of course they're manipulating the numbers. And people are catching on to it, you know, and up here where I'm at, less and less people are wearing masks. Well, it's supposedly getting worse, less and less people are wearing masks. More people are catching on that it's all a bunch of crap. And that's good. That's good, because it is. But, you know, whatever you do, stay away from that vaccine. That thing is a death trap, and it's designed to take people out. All those people that got it, I wouldn't want to be you. You literally have, your life is a ticking time bomb. Do not get it for whatever it is. It is the job of every Christian to face fear, okay? To face it and overcome it, right? We're a pillar to the rest of the world. You stand firm and you don't move, all right? So... I don't care what your job says. If they try to force that on you, you walk out like a legend, okay? And if you leave a big enough presence in the thing, other people will ask why, you know, especially if you've been at the job for a while. And then that'll encourage them not to do it as well. You stay away from that stuff as much as possible, right? But enough of that. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of update on what I'm doing with the Rumble account and stuff like that, and just talk about the excitement that we really have in looking forward to going to heaven, because it really is so close. It's so close. It's just right there. I can feel it in the air. Everything is coming together, just like the vision, which is just absolutely amazing, and it's just right there, you know. It's moments. It's absolutely moments away. So don't be discouraged. Keep hanging in there. I know it's tough. It's not easy. It's not fun, especially what's going on and what they're doing. We're not going to be in the whole thing, all right? As an ambassador for Christ, we get pulled out before this thing gets bad. Tribulations and stuff, yeah, I've dealt with them my entire life, and it's not fun. It's not easy. And, you know, they make for pretty intense stories of overcoming with the Lord. It's what grows you. It's your It's your crucible that changes you. You know, that gives you the worthiness to walk in that situation. All right. So it has its purpose. All right, and it's written down, and it'll be traded in for what the Lord has planned for you later on, you know, so it has its purpose. But continue on. Time's almost up, and we're going to see stuff you can't even possibly imagine. Even I can't imagine it. My imagination's through the roof. It gets me so jacked. I can't help but laugh thinking about it because of how awesome it is. Anyways, I hope this is encouraging. You guys hang in there, and I'll catch you next time in the Leash, or I'll see you in the air. God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.